SBCs. Okay, so what players have we got? Oh yeah, I did a TikTok on them earlier. Lol. Neymar does have a hat on. Did I come back and got Rush? Sounds standard, to be honest with you. How is that? 6, 11, 15. So, who are the cards? Who are the cards that have not been released today? Is the question. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See now he put 50. Oh. He deleted the previous tweet. Where is the previous tweet? Who hasn't come out tonight? That will be coming out, I guess, in like a mini release. Right. Oh no, that included SBCs. Oh, and some incorrect ratings in the predictions. I was swearing in my head there was someone to the left of Pateas in the list of players, but they haven't Salah down as a 91 when he's actually a 90. They also had Neymar down as a 90, but he's coming at 88. I mean, it's basically just Trailblazers 2.0, isn't it? Really. Some of the cards are getting nice. Like the upgrades on Lewandowski. Oh, it's not going to. Let's just do that. Lewandowski up to 85 pace is massive. Like, that's a big upgrade. Same with like De Bruyne in Team 1. Those kind of boosts do make a big difference. Let's quickly have a little look at Neymar and see the difference in stats. I mean, people bidding that much on the first Neymar on the market are mental, for sure. So, how much of an upgrade has he got? 2 pace, 3 shooting, 2 passing, 1 dribbling, 3 defending, 5 physical. The stamina does go up by 7. Reactions haven't really been fixed. Balance up by 4, though, is really good on a +1 on dribbling. They also give him dead ball. Interesting. Just bring back ultimate scream. I feel like people overrate past promos. Like ultimate scream, there are a handful of cards that were decent. The rest, no one gave a damn about. Okay, what is going on here? Do I have to open these first, I guess? Before I can actually send this stuff to the club? Yeah, bring back November. Goated promo. You like unique cards, not just meta ones. But what are you talking about? What do you mean? What is going on here? Right. Christ. Okay. Not even pace Busquets. Yeah. Ambers. Three minutes. 82 times 3. As in, ultimate screen just have unique boosts at certain times. Yeah, but the vast majority of them were garbage. It wasn't as if those boosts were actually crazy good. Same players every year getting promo cards. Your sure Andrew has had one every year. See, this is one thing where I will defend EA, which I don't like doing because there are many things that you can slag EA off for, and I think that would be very, very fair. However, two things, right? One, you have to remember this is a business from EA, right? What is going to make them the most money? Putting in someone like an Mbappe, right? However, maybe in one promo they don't. But then you know what people do? They just don't use the other players. There are promo cards that exist that are really good, but because they're not a massive name, none of you will ever use them.
This thing is fucking broke, man.
The same people that will sit there and say, "Oh, I'm tired of this guy getting promos all the time." They'll bring out like this Donny Van de Beek. This card is
put him in there, man.
Absolutely fantastic.
This thing fucking broke, man.
15,000 coins because it's Donny Van de Beek. If base Jude Bellingham had these stats, he'd be, again, 100, 200,000 coins because it's Bellingham.
Oh.
But the vast majority of people, they'll see his price, they'll see that he's 15k because he's not a massive name player, and they'll think, oh, he clearly can't be that good. Sam Kerr is a perfect example of this. This card is fodder. Yet she is absolutely ridiculous in game. And because it's Sam Kerr and it's not Mbappe, people don't care. So EA do bring out promo cards for different players. It's not as if every single promo has Mbappe in it. But if we go here and look at the top players here, right?
In the field. Oh, the fucking's going on there. Let's fucking.
Look at this Marta card, for example. Right? 5-star, 4-star. Really, really nice. Right? 88 rated. Maybe you boost up her pace, but pace doesn't really matter. I agree, but the reason you're citing for people using those cards is the same reason why burnout for the player base gets bigger and bigger every year. EA feed that cycle, the user base can't break the wheel for them. I don't know what you mean. The burnout for the player base doesn't get bigger every year because they have more players. And they make more money every single year. If people were bored of them releasing, like, you have to think, right? The casual player likes the big name players to get better cards because they're the ones that they know. The average player isn't going to care about, wait, who's the worst one here? Elmas getting a card because they don't know him. So they have no interest in using him. So they only care about the bigger names, which is again why EA are therefore more likely to put bigger names in promos, because that's what the average person wants. If the average person sees a promo full of players they've never heard of, it doesn't interest them. Even if the stats are really good, they don't care about them. Which is, again, why you will see some ridiculously good cards for lesser known players that are really, really cheap because people don't care about them. They care about using Ronaldo. And so, therefore, Ronaldo's card will be massively overpriced compared to what it should cost for what the card is. Whereas if, I don't know, if Umbuemo got exactly the same card as Ronaldo, it wouldn't cost as much because it's Umbuemo and people don't care about him. That's why you never use the women, you don't know one player. And see, this is sad because some of the, I think one really, really good thing so far this year is I am using more promos than previously because I'm ticking off in the collection book when they come out. And so I'm utilising, for example, someone like a Donny van der Beek. I previously may not have tried him out. But this year we're finding like some hidden gems, and some of those can be informs and stuff like that. Some of them can be promos. And some of the unknown players, especially the women, are so good. But because people don't know who they are, their price isn't as high because they're not as in demand. And it's great for me. It is great for me. I love it. Like this Dallo is going to be good, but you'll have an equivalent card that is some random guy or girl from some other league. That'll cost a fraction. That'll probably cost like 10% of this card. They make more money because they make more and more expensive packs, charge people for early access to the game, and play off their player-based addiction. You're not saying the game isn't responsible, but EA is shameless. But, right, two things. That's crazy for you to say that EA charge people for early access to the game when that has been a thing on games. Like, basically every big game that releases has a special edition where you get early access. So to try and pin that as an EA thing is mental. Again, there are many things you can like moan at EA for, but that isn't one of them. That is a standard across the board in basically every game. And you're also getting the value of the points and other stuff like a hero and everything like that on top of the early access. So I think that's very, very harsh. But the only reason why they can put in more expensive packs is because people buy them. It's literally as simple as that. If EA put a load of stuff in the store and nobody bought it, they couldn't use that as their business practice because it wouldn't work. They wouldn't bring in any money by doing it. You've seen it in other games where they start to overcharge people or put stuff behind a paywall. People refuse to do it. There was a massive EA thing with Battlefront, with I think it was like a Vader. Like you couldn't play as him unless you bought something, or like the equivalent of doing it in game would take you like 1,000 hours or something crazy because of the scale of the currency or something like that. And so they had to change things. If people weren't so happy to go along with it, it would have to change. But they are. So it doesn't. Which is sad. But that is the case. Oh, but also the other point, Owen, you said, again, same players every year getting promo cards. You have to also realise how many promos there are now. So the odds of you going a full year without seeing a promo for a player that you know gets lower and lower and lower every single year. Whereas 5 years ago, when there were way less promos and stuff like that, and extra SBC cards and objective cards and stuff like that, there was a much higher chance that you wouldn't see someone get a card throughout that year unless it was performance-based. But now, because there's a promo every week, but on top of that, people now expect 1 or 2 objective cards. They also expect like 5 SBC players throughout that week as well. The number of players that feature in a promo is so much higher than it used to be, and the promos are constant. So, if you use Andre as an example, the odds of him not being chosen in a promo throughout the year are just so low. So, again, there are things that you can get frustrated at and like blame EA for, but a lot of other things just make sense. And like, especially because it's what the community have pushed them towards. Anyone like EA can't be blamed for releasing promos all the time, because whenever a single day goes by in a game cycle that is out for a full year, if you get a day, and you're guilty of this, the person that's talking about this on Twitch right now, because I've seen you say stuff in chat that is similar to what I'm about to say. If we have a new promo, like this Total Rush Team 2 that comes out today, if we didn't get a player SBC, we didn't get an objective, we didn't get an Evo, people would go mental. Because they now expect new content and players every single day. Because their attention span is just getting lower and lower and lower. And they just need more constantly. There's never enough. Whereas back in the day, I mean, you didn't even have promos. You just had Team of the Week and Team of the Year. And that was fine. You didn't have all these rewards and everything being hyper competitive and sweaty. It was just enjoyable. And when we did get bonus stuff, it was great. And when they introduced stuff like SBCs, it was really cool. But I don't think if you asked anybody, when SBCs got introduced in FIFA 17, if you had asked the entire player base, such a tiny fraction, a tiny, minuscule percentage of people would have said, oh yeah, we need a new SBC player every single day. Whereas nowadays, if we go one day without one, even though you've literally had a player for the past 27 days released as an SBC, you've probably had 5 objectives in that time, 3 promo teams. You go one day without a card, it's nonsense, it's garbage. EA are the worst. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And then if the card isn't an elite tier card, they're like, oh, who's interested in that? But not everyone is wanting the biggest and best cards to be released as SBCs every day. And then if it is a mega card, they'll be like, oh, it's too expensive. We have no way to get the fodder. EA can't win when it comes to that kind of thing. The community has pushed this game to be so content heavy that EA are stuck having to do that. And again, if EA release a player SBC that is deemed like not interesting by the community, then everyone will moan. And so therefore, they have to release bigger and better ones. It's the same with promos. So you say that you can't, like, the community have basically funneled EA to the point where they now just have to keep releasing bigger and better stuff constantly, otherwise they'll be disappointed. But that just means that the game's power curve is non-existent anymore because it's out of control because of what people want.
How did she get there?
It did occasionally give us Malamatch and hero cards. Rarely, yeah. I think if you just go through gold players last year, check if they have a promo, probably every 83 plus has a promo card. Yeah, probably. Liam, I have absolutely no idea, to be honest with you. Sorry. Partially because I don't know prices, and I'd be scared to buy anyone with that amount of coins. Open the player pack in the store. You know what? If you donate me enough money to buy that pack with points, I'll do it. But if you don't do that, hell no. Why would I spend the coins that I've earned on a pack? Because one random person wants to see it. That's crazy. The cry for content is a big negative for you personally. I couldn't agree more. It's killing the game more and more every single year. It's like when you get to Team of the Season and people are desperate for like the 85 times 10 season to start. The sooner that those things come into the game, the quicker the game dies. But people don't seem to realise that. But then they get the content. It's like a content addiction where they need to see something, anything, so that they have content. But then 5 minutes later, the adrenaline and endorphins that they've got from that content, it's gone. And they need another shot of it as quickly as possible. So they're desperate for more the next day. Even if they don't actually do any of the SBCs or objectives, they still want and need more. That's not good for anybody. It's not good. And Ali, we're going to time you out because you're telling me to spend money when I've just told you there's no chance that I'm doing that. So please, shut up. I'm not buying packs. You don't believe the gamers should have to put their own lens and requirements on the game to enjoy it? That isn't the player's responsibility. But what are you talking about? They don't. What's actually worse is the idiots that complain about the game every single day and yet they still play it. Nev tweeted about that earlier. I've been saying it for years. Like some of my mates that are not people that I've met like through YouTube or whatever, like schoolmates that play this game and moan about it every time they play it. I have questioned one of my mates for over a decade now why he buys this game every year. Because the only thing I ever see him do is moan about it. I don't get the logic. Why don't people do something else that they know they're going to enjoy instead of buying something that they know they're going to complain about, spend time on it, and still not get enjoyment out of it? It's baffling. Play something else. Do a different hobby. I don't know. It's crazy. Gone are the days we got one promo every 3 weeks. Yep. With the thief points you get with the Ultimate Edition, it's technically worth the money as well. Yeah. Yeah. You expect objectives for every mode weekly, that's it. That's the bare minimum for nearly every game, and EA do not do that. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. So answer me this, if EA aren't trying to funnel money out of their wallet, why are there untradeable rewards? And why are packs you can pay for untradeable too? Because if every pack that was in the store and every pack that was in rewards was tradable, things would become so top heavy. People moan about this game being pay to win, right? If every single pack that was in the store was tradable, I'd agree with you. I would agree. But the fact that nowadays, the vast majority of packs that will actually guarantee you anything of note are untradeable means that you're paying for a slight chance to improve your untradeable team. Whereas if they brought, like, you know, the packs that they bring out that give you like guaranteed heroes, icons, promo cards, if all of those were tradable, the market would, every card would be 15 mil that's even close to elite if there weren't untradeable packs. Because of the crazy way that the power curve works now and the level of cards, that is what it would be. It would be like FIFA 15, where in order to get gold Ronaldo, you had to buy coins. Otherwise, you couldn't get it. You had to spend money. It'd be the same. You agree the player is responsible for buying them, but to withhold the ability to resell them is completely unnecessary. Again, I disagree because of what I just said. I.e. the collection book, i.e. net playing Arsenal RTG. I'm a little bit behind, so I don't know what that was in reference to. Basically, just describe most content creators, they're never happy, especially net. I disagree with that. There are some. Like, there are many very, very hypocritical people that create content on the game that moan about the fact that there are massive promo packs in the store, but then they put out a video every other day of opening share plays of the same packs. They're causing the problem. The same people that moan about the fact that everyone's running the same tactics and stuff like that, but then they do it themselves as well. The people that say that we don't need a promo every single week, but then again, you'll see them ripping packs for them all every single time. It's problematic. This game, though, is dead after Team of the Year. Gone are the days using a full rare gold team in late August. Yeah. The second half of that is true. To say the game is dead after Team of the Year is baffling to me. Team of the Season is basically the best part of every single FIFA nowadays. And then after that, you get into mental season with footies, where you can do whatever the hell you want and have fun with it. I think the period between Team of the Year and Team of the Season is the biggest struggle period every single year. For like content creators and stuff, views will dip so hard during that period every time. How much will Neymar Rush be? Millions. Robert, dear. Packs you pay actual hard-earned money for should be tradable. Nothing will change your mind. I mean, that's your opinion. It would just contribute to a broken market, where the average person you would have to spend money to even come close to keeping up. That was in regards to applying a lens over again to enjoy it. Oh, I see. But I don't. That's not. Like, I'm not enjoying this game because I've got my collection book. I like this game. It has its problems, but I enjoy this game. So that isn't true for me. Excuse me. As it stands this year. But I feel like that's a thing with... I know what you mean. Like... Yes, you shouldn't have to... You shouldn't have to have your own targets and goals and stuff like that in order to make the game enjoyable. However, at the same time, a lot of people do that in games because it makes it more fun. Like, for example, COD. A lot of people will aim to get all of the camos and attachments and stuff like that and get to max level. They don't need to in order to enjoy hopping on and playing, but they set themselves a goal. A lot of people on this game will now have like Evo squads of like of the club they support, and that's cool. That hopefully they enjoy the game without having a new card every single day that will add to that. I think like you say that everyone's a hypocrite or whatever at some point in their lives. Obviously, yes. By the way, I've just seen this, and you know what? I now hate this game. Why? On the left-hand side, like transfer list and transfer targets, the text is in exactly the same spot. Why are winning and outbid higher up than selling and sold? Why is the font bigger? EA? I hate this game. But no, the problem isn't like being hypocritical once. It's the people that are literally like every single day that they create content or whatever are being hypocritical is the big problem. And yet if they got called out on it, then they'd get annoyed at you. Yeah, look at that. I don't like it. I guess you don't recommend buying Hamstick for nearly 1.1 mil? No. No, I do not. We should be getting Evos every other day, and if you have to pay for an Evo, it shouldn't feel like a chore getting it done. Why should we be getting Evos every other day? Says who? 40k player pick and return, 2k player. Evos for you. Evos are the best thing that they have added to the game in I don't know how many years. Absolutely. I have played 3 games of qualifiers and it's been horrible so far. Because last year when they first released them before the game came out, they said we get 4 a week. I'm not sure if that was ever officially said. If you can send me where they said that, I'd love to read it. I open a 10 coin pack. Who's on the Premier League Mount Rushmore? Probably Jamie Vardy, Riyad Mahrez, N'Golo Kante, and Shinji Okazaki. Bring back trade offers and transfers. And with that one sentence, you've completely killed the market. And every good card is now 15 million coins. So many people don't realise the problems that some of these things cause. Like coin selling right now and coin buying is quite well balanced with points on the game, right? Some people will buy points, other people will buy coins. In the past, you've had a complete disparity where coins was the only way that it would work because of how high the market was. Points weren't close to worth it compared to getting like 1 million coins for £2 on FIFA 15 or something like that. And the only way to compete was to get coins. if you bring back trade offers, that exact same thing happens again. I haven't had to buy coins so far this year because I made an okay amount at the start, and then like last week's champs rewards got me like 800,000 coins or something like that. Or the first one, the first champs rewards got me like 800k on the content account, which is just ludicrous. But it saved me having to spend any more money, which is great. Casper? Yeah, it could be Casper instead of Shinji. But Shinji is underrated. Because last year... Oh, no, we read that. And objectively... Henri... Premier League Mount Rushmore. Thierry Henry, John Terry, we've got again midfielder in there, don't we? Maybe Lampard. Maybe Lampard. Is KDB pushing that? He could be. And then probably Rooney. Or Vardy. Take your pick. You can never use guys like Ronaldo, Messi, Ibrahim, foot 14 or 15 impossible to obtain without spending money. Yep. Which is why they introduced price ranges in FIFA 15. And I seems to be one of the only people that thought it was a good thing for the game. Everyone else went mental. It was crazy. But if you're having one person from each line, then probably Henry, maybe Lampard, Terry, and then Schmeichel. Sadly not Casper though. Big pizza. Or Czech, you know. I feel like Czech is underappreciated for how unbelievable he was. Exactly, Jordy, yeah. That's what I'm saying. KDB could go in there instead of Lampard. He could. Henry has to be in there. Terry has to be in there. And yeah, maybe KDB makes it. Gareth Barry? James Milner? Nice. points by EA concerning the state of EVOs this year. I don't think there much of an improvement on last year's effort. I mean, to be fair, that is partly due to them having the issue that they had, which is why they didn't release EVOs for like nearly a week. Which, at the same time, is inexcusable that somehow you are releasing EVOs in a game that has those kind of problems in it. That shouldn't be the case to begin with. But that was problematic for them. I can read this. Alright. Let's go. Played 2 champs games, won 1, lost 1, going to wait till tomorrow to play on Sunday. Yeah, I want to do more morning stuff with champs because last week when we played on Sunday morning, the gameplay was so much better. And as we got into the afternoon, the gameplay got worse. So I would like to try out more champs in the mornings. I can't see whether they're on side or not because of the stupid messages on the floor. Oh, what a header. Salah does 2 more years. He'll be up there with the Premier League GOAT. Salah gets into an all-time combined Premier League 11. Oh my good God, this game is mental. Sure. What a pass. Well, looks like we might have to actually go into a second set of qualies on the RTG this week. Holy crap. Goes back to the lack of in-game testing. Yep. It's genuinely so embarrassing. So embarrassing. You could maybe understand it, like, when you are, when they were starting out with Ultimate Team, and it was probably a small amount of developers working on this separate game mode, you can understand there being problems and stuff probably not being fleshed out properly and everything like that. A bit like Zombies in COD. Zombies started out as like a developer just working on something in their free time, and then it ended up being one of the biggest things in the franchise. So nowadays, compared to when the first maps were being released back on World at War, you can be a lot more critical of it because you've got so much more time, effort, and resources going into building it and everything like that. And it's the same with this. There is simply no excuse for so many of the things that go wrong. An example being a prime example being something as simple as last year and at the start of this year for some people, not having a working new dot to clarify what I mean, like when you've completed an objective and it will have that like little dot that says that something new is there, or maybe a number telling you how many objectives you've done or something like that. Not having a working thing like that in a game this big is insane. Like, obviously with gameplay, there's so many elements and stuff that go into it that there's a lot more room for bugs and everything, but a simple yes or no, are there new objectives to be claimed? How does that not work? It's crazy. And again, inexcusable. It really is. For a game series that's been going for decades, to have such simplistic problems in your game, year after year, let's not even talk about the servers, because dear God. The worst netcode in gaming, this game series. Oh, we're actually going to have to qualify. I'll try and qualify again. Taz, yep. There's another way to look at this. What's the point changing when what works and the revenue ultimate team generates counts for a large majority of the EA as a whole? Because the more that people enjoy your product, the more likely they are to spend more time on it and more money that they'll spend on it. You can't tell me that EA wouldn't make more money if we had the gameplay of like FIFA 17 right now. There's no world where they wouldn't be making a ton more. Because so many people that would potentially be willing to buy packs are not buying packs because they won't want to use the players that they get. Because they know that they will, oh my God, they won't enjoy the gameplay because it's a delayed, crappy mess like what you're watching right here. So I get that Frankie de Jong in a pack. I'm not excited to use him and go into champs and use the card. Because he's not going to pass a ball when I press the button. Whereas if the gameplay is pristine and the menus work perfectly, people are going to spend more time and money on the product. Especially money on this one because of the way the packs work in relation to the gameplay. But when the gameplay is as crap as the champs gameplay, people will be put off spending money. Because champs is the be-all and end-all game mode. It's the big boy. It's the main one. So why would they want to spend money on the game to get players to go into a game mode where they have input delay in 2024? So that's why. Combined with the fact that it isn't the same developers that work on the gameplay as it is the ones that will be creating new cards or packs. You will have gameplay devs and then like UI devs and stuff like that that work on the menus. It's not the same people. And as the game makes more and more money each year, the standards have to go up with that. Right? It's like with anything. If something is more successful, you expect higher standards and quality. You buy an iPhone nowadays, you expect it to basically be flawless, whereas the first phone that they launched could have had some problems with it, and they'd be like, okay, it's their first iteration. Fair enough. How has that not gone in? Standards change. Even if he moves as keeper, someone with finesse shouldn't be failing to score there unless the keeper is right in the corner. Oh my god, we're out of power. We're out of power, we're going to concede. Because of course, they couldn't mess up at all. Of course. My keeper couldn't just pull off a crazy save or something, just whilst I take 10 seconds to get the controller. Move your keeper that time, you little clown. Do a little dancey dance. No, I can't celebrate. I hate this game. Thank God I knew where my other controller was there. It's just a brick wall. Brick wall that had holes. Farrell Williams. Just doing us proud. That's my ball. No, you slag. Let's play 2 qualies this week and now you're 0-1. As in 0-1 in finals or in like a third set of qualies? Just get rid of it. I don't trust this game to try and pass or dribble out from the back. Just damn it. Wow. What? That's ball physics, though. Turam's in. She didn't do a lob through ball because the controller's LB button isn't very good. In finals. I see. Again, get rid of it. Why are you delaying it? I specifically just held down that button immediately after I pressed pass. So that as soon as he got the ball, he would just boot it clear. But I didn't want to risk anything. No. Welcome to FC 25, where we have input slash... Oh, button delay. And you can press something, and sometimes it won't even happen. It won't even be delayed, it just won't happen. Rudiger, screw you, you clown. Although you have done the same for me numerous times, but that's not the point. Oh. Bang! That's my ball, no! Would not have admitted to failing qualies twice. Hey, this year, it's significantly harder. Like, you just need a little bit of bad matchmaking, luck, in terms of like the level of player you come up against, and all of a sudden you aren't qualifying. Like, even if you're pretty decent at the game, I will not be shocked this year if there are multiple times where I don't qualify on the first time of asking. Because I just end up coming up against Div 1, Elite Division level players. And I'm not so far good that I can guarantee that I can get 3 wins against that level of player. And that's before you factor in any like bad fortune that you get in gameplay or anything like that. It's going to be a hard-hitting reality check for a few people that seem to maybe think that they're not going to have any trouble at all. Gameplay! Oh my good God. I cannot believe that we had a whole year without button delay. And now it's back. How? That actually makes it even worse. Like if we, because obviously we had it in 21, 22, 23. If we'd had it in 24 and then had it again this year, okay, it would be garbage, but at least it would make sense. How does it disappear for a year? And now it's back. Blows my mind. Started finals last week 0-6. Fought it back, but it scared you for future events. Yeah, not surprised. Well, the first week, couldn't believe it. She said 3 out of 5 with unfortunate matchmaking. Done it. Yeah, this actually seems like one of the better Adama Traore cards that there's been. I think Traore each year, or what? Every year he gets a promo card. The vast majority of them stink. I think they're terrible. And it's actually quite ironic that in the year that pace matters less than ever before, he actually has a decent card. Also, what's just happened there? This game struggles so much with like switching controllers and stuff. Oh, it's so frustrating. So frustrating. At least we did it, rather than having to go through it again. But it's going to happen at some point. Your assist isn't counting. Make sure you're using a gold card. I'm assuming you're having problems in Rush. Jack Knives. Like, where is it? Here. Well, to be fair, this one doesn't specify that it has to be. This one don't specify that it has to be gold. Who knows? Maybe it's just EA being EA, and it just doesn't work because that's this game. Sadly, could be the case. I can actually see what the new Rush event is. Minimum 80 shooting. Minimum 80 shooting. So who have I got that I could use? But if... I mean, it depends, doesn't it, on whether, again, with any objectives, you're supposed to use gold. If not, then any of these front three can go in. Trent Williams can go in. Turam can go in. Oof, that'll be a big one. Rodrigo, Fitz, Donovan, Lauren James, Van der Beek, Kane, De Bruyne, me, Defoe. You got to look at like what you've got across different leagues and nations in order to be able to hit the bonuses on the right hand side. Like, I always try and help out. So, for example, Serie A, Calhanoglu could be a decent one there. Saudi League, we've got Mane. Bundesliga, we've got WSL, we've got Liga F, we've got La Liga, Prem. So it feels like
So far,
I'm going to be able to help.
Ah. Oh, done. What's this fucking shit?
Another 10k. Zaire Emery's gone back up 10k. Neymar's gone down a little bit further. I'm just going to keep an eye on this, I think. And I plan to make a Robert Lewandowski total rush video. Right, so finally someone bought the 997. And that video will be with you either tomorrow or the day after. That will be the plan for my evening and morning, I guess. I will stream champs for the RTG. However, as I discussed earlier, I would like to do more morning champs because the gameplay in the evenings is absolutely horrible. So I don't really fancy playing any of my champs tonight because I know it'll be a delayed miss. And as the chat gets quieter and stuff like that as well, it lends itself to saying, you know what, we'll do it over the weekend. And in the meantime, maybe we'll get a player or two and do some content on them. His price is just staying. So I'm not going to risk buying one just yet. I'll probably give it like another half an hour to see whether it goes up or down. And then the video definitely won't be out tonight, but maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. I will be doing chunks on both accounts this weekend again. Will I be doing it all of it on stream? Couldn't tell you. Haven't decided. But the Road to Glory will nearly always all be on stream. Whereas the content account is more the one where I might do like some games off stream or whatever. I don't exactly know. So the plan is also going to be to record with James maybe over the weekend or early next week. And we'll probably do like a Market Mayhem with him because we did one of those for his channel. But because of the timings and stuff, he had to go to the doctors and everything like that. We didn't. And I had to do the Too Cool video, which, speaking of, if you haven't checked it out and you're watching on YouTube, please go on over to the football channel and check out the Tommy T video that I did yesterday. Or if you're watching on Twitch, you can do the same. I would really appreciate it because I did a video basically talking about how Too Cool has his story, basically, combined with what he may bring to England in terms of potential team setups. So if you could check it out and leave me some feedback in the comments or whatever, I would really appreciate that because we're trying to push the football channel and see how it goes. So, yeah, that video's out on there. We'll probably aid in its exclamation mark footy, F-O-O-T-Y, for the second channel. Yeah, I'll probably be recording with James soon, so you'll get a collab video. You'll get this Lewandowski video in the next 48 hours. Oh my god. See, why are they being listed for that? Why are people not going under the mil mark? Very odd. Very, very odd. And I'm just going to sit here looking at his lovely face for the next half an hour or so whilst his price either settles or goes one way or the other. So I think the video will be a mixture of the Garnacho and Keane videos in terms of the style. We'll go in and we'll do stuff live, but then maybe we'll flash up like different stats and play styles and recommendations and stuff throughout the video. I think it's going to be a bit of a mixture of the two. And then at the end, maybe we'll do a quick overview of the things I really liked, the things I disliked, and stuff like that. Because hopefully we can get entertainment mixed with informative for a video. But yeah, sadly, I thought that this was potentially going to be the points where the prices really change. France is down to 940. And Sarah Emery's now gone down as well. So Neymar's just dropped to 1.6. I'm going to leave it and go and get some food and then record in a bit. So I will say a big old thank you to every single person that has been a part of today's stream, whether you're watching on Twitch or whether you're watching on YouTube. I really appreciate it. If you hit the like button on YouTube, you're a legend. Liam, you'll have to let us know if he's any good.
What's God, man? God, I'm done. Super subs, no, man. Look at my super subs. Da, 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 da. God, man. Look at that team. Bad team. Bad team, man. Bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad team. France team. That watching it is bad now, man. Bad. I thought here's a bad sensible. Bad, bad. It doesn't matter, man. Okay, well, I'll leave that up. You're sick, bad. Then you. Sick, man. That is. Oh, God. What? Playing a review on here. I'm really on that now. I'm not going to bring Connor and tell me you're doing it for the police. Dan, don't do it. You got up and through later. Go past, yeah.
Sometimes. From here. Oh my god, you can. Yeah, I know me. I feel like I'm. Yeah, I know.
Shit.
Take you anywhere you like. I mean, I feel like I'm.
What? Yeah. Nothing else. What does it mean?
Extend the clip with a laser beam. I love my. I show them like when they showed my. But that me have snakes and I really can't go well.
She says she might call me.
But that me have snakes and I really can't go well. Yeah, those.
No.
Take you anywhere you like. Remember your manners, people like. See how you just for the night. Y'all don't know me, I shoot like I'm Kobe. That boy really tough on his blow, you know. Y'all don't know me, I shoot like I'm. Y'all don't know me, I shoot like I'm Kobe. That boy really tough. That melt for snakes and I really can't go back. Yeah, I don't sleep day, no, that shorty. Come try spinning the block. Fuck with them. I take you anywhere you like. Remember your manners, people. That melt for snakes. I take you anywhere you like. Remember your manners, people like. Y'all don't know me, I shoot like. Y'all don't know me. I don't wait. That melt.
You know, probably not trying to new car though, but good shit. Okay. What else? Josh, don't tell us about that ice cream you tried. Yeah, this one. Yeah, just saying it. Just saying it. Do it this week. Nice. Nice ball. That is a nice 2-0. Oh.
Fucking hell. Don't mind it though. Jakey boy, you good, bro? Oh, it's got a red as well. Oh, fuck, that was fuck it. Oh, it's not enough, you know. It's not enough. That was needed though.
just
I don't know what's possible. He's probably got just as good centre back.
thanks.
Who's he brought on? Ronaldo, I might need another free kick off here, son. Well, I got a pen. Now the shoulder spots after this over kick. Thought I completely sold him. Yeah, the game's gone worse. Let's go. No more chance for us today. It's not worth it, is it? So, I'm even up about some things in this game. There's nothing in this game for us at all. What we're saying, happy birthday to Paul, for some reason. I don't believe it's his birthday. And you keep doing it to Sylvia as well. Yeah, it's literally just recording to this point.
Only the
Is that actually your birthday? Yeah. Shit. That is us. Blow the whistle. Oh, I'm not being funny, I knew it was not your birthday. Well, sad, no Carlin was left.
welcome to this play review. Right time, play review. 5 star, 5 star. Pin sets,
Oh, we're not
good.
sure this ain't working.
Ending round here, drop me a sub on like to my channel and more need more playing reviews on players. Just comment below. I'm doing playing reviews for you.
Oh, actually,
So far, so good.
there we go. So, yeah, my stream
Him and Cam,
yeah, Streamlabs is playing that.
and Suna and Suna and Alan Fun.
Okay, there's a prediction on that as well, weren't there? Well, we'll see if this game even counted. It definitely did.
This is a lock and good card to use.
So, if I don't need to refresh my chat, I don't know what context there is to what we're saying for these players. I can imagine how great it is.
There's a mankind right now.
Yeah, no, we're not touching that.
A warm welcome to you and thanks for joining us for another game live on EA TV. Guy Mowbray here and Sue Smith is here to commentate with me. And we've got action from division rivals coming right up. Your thoughts on this game then, Sue? He's beaten his marker here. It's in!
Oh,
That's a
what?
goal. kicking off
What
with his
a
new club in just the
tackle.
right way.
What a pass. Must be fouls.
And we're back underway at 1-0. Now, what can they do from here? And the keeper has done really well to keep the header out. Kefren Turan. And the work pays off as they get the ball back. Well, it's no surprise that we're focusing on him today. A special game, a 400th appearance for the club.
Yeah, he's such an important member of the squad. He shows some great strength both on and off the pitch. It's a great accomplishment to play 400 times for the club.
This looks a promising move from the Saints. It looks the right ball, and it's been kept out to deny him the double.
He showed really good movement to get himself into those goal-scoring positions. Just couldn't quite find the clinical touch there.
Oh, it's a goal, and it was really nicely finished.
Well, we can see it again, and it's clearly a deflection that takes it past the keeper. It catches him off guard, and he can't adjust his feet to make the save.
Phil Foden. Sterling. Great chance here. Well, that's what he's there for. It's a good stop. Rodrigo. Oh, nice vision in that pass. I don't know how he didn't score. Great defending. They found a way through. Rodrigo. And on to Williams. Williams threads it through. Oh, superb. Right place, great save.
Oh, it's a wonderful save. It comes at him quickly, very little time to react, but he just manages to keep it out. It's great goalkeeping.
And able to come away with the ball. Foden. There's room to do something here. Delivered towards the far post. Oh, that's an incredible waste of a really, really good chance.
He's offside, so it wouldn't have stood anyway, but you've got to be hitting the target from there, though.
Too much there. It's through to the keeper. Sterling. Lovely ball. Could be a chance. Now for the finish. And that is superb goalkeeping.
That is such a crucial save. He shows really quick reactions. It's a really good stop.
The ref allowing play to continue. A really good interception to take the ball. Beautifully weighted ball. Put into the box. Well, a decent effort, but not quite the contact he was looking for, and it's comfortably wide in the end. And that is going to be a retrospective yellow card.
Well, you could see it was a foul, but the ref allowed play to continue and then went back. Great referee in that.
Saints moving the ball forward with real purpose. Fantastic looking ball. Now it's in. Nothing he could do to stop the next one. And a little extra help wouldn't go amiss.
That's a good thing for him.
Surely not. There we go.
the films for him, man. So far, so good, guys.
Fantastic.
Into okay, sweet, sweet, sweet. New cellular device. It's not the best though, is it?
So far, so good, man. Oh, listen, guys. Make sure you do them. Take care and see you in the next video. Hopefully. Ciao. Men brought a caravan. Men brought a caravan. Yeah, we parked outside. Hoe scheelt je? Wat? Dat hier. Wat? Ja, tell me, see you in the next live stream. Tell me inside on like. Be back in 9:30, 1 hour and a half. Peace out, guys.